How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back with another video. We're going to do another first thoughts. It's going to be for Brallin and Shabraz. Brallin and Shabraz, the partner commanders. And if you enjoy these videos, remember to comment down below. Comment down below what you're going to be doing with Brallin and Shabraz. I want to know. I want to know if you're building them. Maybe you're doing Shark Tribal. I don't know. Comment down below what you're going to do and if there's any cool tech that I missed. And remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check me out on Patreon, check me out on Twitter. And yeah, so we're going to get into this. First I want to talk about some stuff that works just specifically with Brallin works really well. And so what we got for Brallin is, there's a few things that work really well with Brallin. One of them being Curiosity and Ophidian Eye. So these two cards make it so whenever you discard a card, you're paying someone and then you draw a card, which is big. And if you go to your end step and you have to discard the hand size, then you'll discard and be forced to draw, or discard and then be able to draw. So you draw, then you'd still have to discard. So you can cycle through your entire deck doing that. And you can win off of something like Laboratory Maniac, Jace Wielder of Mysteries, Thassa's Oracle, while doing a ton of damage. So like, if you happen to be late enough in the game that players' life totals are pretty low, and say you have like 60 cards in your deck and your opponent's life totals combined for like 50, then you can just shoot them all down and win the game. Yeah. And then you could also do Infect, give it like Grafted Exoskeleton or something, and then every time you discard a card, you're dealing Infect damage, and it shortens the clock significantly. And so yeah, now we're going to go on to stuff that works really well with Shabraz. I only got one thing in particular that's very Shabraz based, and that's Dragskull Reaver. This card's busted with him. Like it's neither trigger is a May trigger, so these two cards together force you to draw your entire deck. But if you run Flash in your deck and Thassa's Oracle or Laboratory Maniac, you can win the game off of them by flashing them in. And another good card that works really well with specifically Shabraz is Well of Lost Dreams, which would just let you draw extra cards. And so yeah, now the bulk of the deck, this is another Wheels deck. It seems like there's a lot of wheelie commanders in these sets. So Wheels, very, very powerful. They let you gain life and deal damage whenever you wheel based on the number of cards you discard and draw. So if you Wheel of Fortune, discarding like 5, deal 5 damage while you draw 7 and gain 7. It's pretty good. So you're going to want to have a lot of wheels in this deck, like Winds of Change, Reforge the Soul, Windfall. Along with those wheels, there's a couple of really good cards to throw in, like Narset, Part of Veils. Also like Locust God, Smothering Tithe, Niv-Mizzet Perun, and recently featured Rael, really good in this deck. And some other just good cards in the deck. You can throw in like Toothy. Toothy's very good in this deck. Frantic Search, Faithless Looting, Careful Study, those are all fantastic in the deck because you get to discard cards, which means you get to deal damage while you're still drawing cards. Alzheimer's Archive works phenomenally in this deck because say you wheel, say you cast Wheel of Fortune, and you discard 5 cards, draw 7 cards. You discard 5 cards, which, well, you're drawing 7 cards, which is a big part of this. The discarding doesn't matter that much in this. But with Archive in play in Shabraz, when you discard 7 cards, or when you draw 7 cards, instead you're drawing 14 cards because of a Highlander Archive, and instead of gaining 7 life, you're gaining 14 life. So it just doubles everything up. It's just very, very powerful in the deck. The Alzheimer's Archive is actually very good for a lot of the commanders, and I mentioned it in multiple videos, so it's a card that could end up being in high demand soon. Luckily, it was just reprinted in Mystery Boosters, but don't miss out on getting a copy for cheap while it's just recently reprinted. Then we got some life gain synergies, because there's going to be a lot of life gain in this deck. I mean, if Shabraz in play, you're gaining at least 1 life a turn. So why not throw in stuff like Heliod, the new Heliod specifically, or Crested Sunmare, Donna Hope is a good card draw engine. Archangel Athune, grow your dudes. You can put Regina in to make some tokens, and you can do stuff like Felidar Sovereign or Aetherflux Reservoir if you really want to lean into the life gain stuff. And then you could also play this deck as a tribal deck because their last abilities do a tribal stuff. So you could do tribal humans, which seems to be a lot of in this set, or you can do tribal sharks. And I think tribal sharks is hilarious because there's definitely going to be a lot of cards errated to become sharks, like Giant Shark or Great Shark. I forget what it's called. But there's going to definitely be like maybe Shark the Crab. There's going to be a lot of sharks once the set comes out that have been errated, and plus new sharks. So Shark Tribal would be hilarious, and I would love to see that across the table from me. I would love to see it. That seems like a very funny deck. And so, yeah. That's what I got for Shabraz and Brallin. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Check me out on Patreon if you really want to support the channel. And check me out on Twitch. And we will see you guys next time. Peace out.